presentation of Bourne Braves baseball tonight. The Braves dropped a game against the Wareham Gatemen by a final score of 13-1. Alongside Alexander Moore and Blaine McCormick, I'm your host, Rob Werner, for a little bit of Tomahawk talk. Alex, tonight, the starting pitcher for the Braves, Brian Hoying, really didn't seem to be as locked in as he has in some of his starts. Gave up 5 runs. What did you see out of the tall right-hander tonight?
Yeah, just a little bit of inconsistency. His fastball was pretty flat. They were drilling that really hard. I mean, every single time he threw it in there, it seemed like they were hitting it really hard, whether it was an out or a base hit. And like you said, he had 4 walks as well. And he had, 2 strikeouts? That's, first off the bat, you can't do that. I mean, you got to be able to get at least more strikeouts than you are walking. But, I mean, he's a really smart kid. He's going to learn from this outing. I mean, he's not just going to go back and pout. He's going to think about it, think about what happened, and he should be all right going forward, I'm sure. I've got a lot of confidence in him.
And then, although Brian Hoying wasn't as sharp as he normally is, he wasn't the only reason why the Braves were giving up some of those early runs. A few defensive miscues, and the game really seemed to get out of hand, Blaine. What did you see defensively with the Braves tonight?
Yeah, the defense wasn't as sharp as it has been in the past. And one thing that I'll point out is that first hit of the ball game from Jeremy Idens that sailed into left field. Well, Oscar Serratos initially came in on it, and it sailed over his head, and that gave Idens the triple. And then he later came around to score off of the next batter, off of a ground out. So you mentioned the word inconsistency, Alex, and that's something that was plaguing the defense today. Another hot shot over to Tyler Fitzgerald, and he's had some trouble in the field as well. Another error to his name, and 3 errors in the ball game. That's not going to win you stuff for the Braves.
So it wasn't just the Braves not being able to hit, but it seemed like the Wareham pitchers really were keeping the Braves hitters off balance. What did you see specifically out of the Wareham starting pitcher and some of the relievers?
Well, Ryan Garcia, I'd watched him last year in the Northwoods League when he played the Duluth Huskies. He was for the Waterloo Bucks, and he was really good there too. So I kind of figured he could make the jump here, and he did. I mean, only 1 run off of 4 hits, and that was really impressive. He went, 5 innings, and then probably saw one of the best relief pitching against the Bourne Braves all summer long in Easton Lucas. And he came in, only allowed 2 base runners, 1 hit, and 1 was a hit by pitch. Otherwise, he was setting them down left and right. And also the bats, like you said, just didn't come alive. Brickhouse 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Lyle Lynn 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Fitz 0 for 2. Oscar Serratos 0 for 3. Those are guys that we're really relying on to provide some hits for this offense, and just didn't come through. But those pitchers, you got to tip their hat off when credit is due, because they came in and they really locked us down offensively.
And then, Blaine, you talked a little bit about Jeremy Edens a second ago. He went 2 for 5 tonight, 4 runs scored. How important is he at the top of the order for the Gatemen?
I think he's very important, and Idens just provides that initial spark. You saw it off of the triple to lead off of the ball game. He later came around to score, and, well, he scored 2 more times after that one. And just a very impressive outing, and I remember seeing him at UCLA, and he's one of those guys that is just so fast on the base pass, very efficient left fielder. We saw a spectacular catch as he was ranging back and made a Willie Mays-like catch, diving for it. And, he's one of those guys that will really provide a lot of different utility stuff for the Gatemen. And this Gatemen team just firing off of the bats like they have all season, and now their run differential improves to 42 on the season, whereas the Bourne Braves coming into today, they had a 14-plus run differential. That now drops down to 1.
So the Braves on this night drop a tough game to the Wareham Gatemen, 13-1. Just about the only positive note for the Braves tonight was Jared Chiarello, the Braves' third baseman, extended his hitting streak to 9 games. Alongside Blaine McCormick and Alexander Moore, I'm your host, Rob Werner, saying so long for some Tomahawk Talk.